Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by our friends at Omni True Value Hardware. And now it's time to ask the question: got mulch? Well, they got mulch, and they've got topsoil and gravel and anything you need to make your yard look terrific this coming spring. And when I say this coming spring, I mean when we get to the point where things start to bloom. So if it's spring cleanups or maybe trying to get your yard in order or make it look like the best in the neighborhood, head over to Omni. They serve the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area, the lowest prices in town. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Well, we've got another quiet weather day, and temperatures making their way up, which is a nice thing. We're seeing some high clouds streaming in from the west, and you also see this little swirl that is down in the actual swirl center is in southeastern Oklahoma. A little upper air trough, and that's triggering off some showers and thunderstorms, and you can see the arm of moisture that runs from there down into the Gulf of Mexico. And as of lunchtime, we have that arm being reflected on the radar. Here in the Northeast, we'll get back to that in a second. Here in the Northeast, there's a little low that's moving across upstate New York, and to the north of that, we're seeing some snow that's coming out of Michigan and moving off of Lake Ontario into north central New York State and northeastern New York State, and also extending a little bit further into northern New England. This is mostly light and not really expected to amount to very much. And as we look to the south, this is where we see showers and thunderstorms starting to bubble up. And there is severe weather risk today. The Storm Prediction Center has a marginal risk along the Gulf Coast from southeast Louisiana across the Florida Panhandle, and a slight risk in central Florida, north of Lake Okeechobee and south of Jacksonville. So you see it there. And over the next few days, we've got some severe weather risks showing up. First off, for tomorrow, we've got a marginal risk in the southeastern part of the U.S. from South Carolina and a small portion of southeastern North Carolina down through central and southern Georgia, southern Alabama, and into northern Florida. On the next day, which is Thursday into Friday, we have a couple of areas of marginal risk in the Gulf states, northeast Texas, and also into southeastern Louisiana. And we have a marginal risk being indicated in northern South Carolina, eastern North Carolina, southeastern Virginia to the Delmarva Peninsula. And that's with a low that is going to be moving up the East Coast and moving to the south. And on the next period that we look at, or periods that we look at, and whenever we see that SPC's got stuff in there long range day 4 to 8, we kind of pay attention to this. And on day 4, which is Friday through Saturday, they have already a 15% chance, which would be a slight risk indicated for the Gulf Coast and just inland. Day 5, the potential is too low. Day 6, the potential is too low. But we've got risk showing up on day 7 in eastern Texas and western Louisiana. And on day 8, further east into the central Gulf states and extending north up into Alabama and Mississippi. They got it there on day 8. They're pretty sure that one is probably going to be a bit of maybe something to deal with in terms of showers and thunderstorms and some early tornado activity. And rainfall over the next 7 days looks like about a half an inch or so from southern New England down into Virginia. You can see some higher amounts through the Gulf states on the order of an inch to an inch and a half, maybe upwards to 2 inches, and some thunderstorm activity from the Georgia-Carolina state line and right into East Texas, and also seeing a lot of activity of rain along the West Coast with several to many inches being indicated from Northern California on northward through the coastal areas of the Pacific Northwest. So this little upper air disturbance goes by this afternoon to the north. Looks like maybe some rain showers extend down to maybe the middle Hudson Valley, maybe a shower or two in northeastern Pennsylvania, but nothing from there south. And you also see that arm of showers and storms moving east through the Gulf states, and then it just sort of weakens a bit as it heads into Wednesday morning. We should have a decent day for tomorrow. The only difference between tomorrow and today is as temperatures rise up toward and maybe over the 60-degree mark today, they might be held back just a little bit tomorrow because of the fact that the wind is going to be starting out light and variable, and then maybe going to south, and that's going to hold temperatures down a bit. Also, maybe some arriving high clouds late in the day. And then as this low moves up the coast, For Thursday, looks like some areas are going to get grazed with rain in northeastern Virginia to southern New Jersey, and then maybe into New York City and southern New England and Long Island. Doesn't look like it amounts to too much Thursday to Thursday night. That leaves us with Friday, which should be a decent day, and temperatures could make a run for 70 or maybe even a bit better than that if we have enough sunshine, because the next weather system, a 97 low there near St. Louis that runs up to the Great Lakes, and that looks like it'll probably bring in some showers Friday night and during the day on Saturday before weather conditions improve a bit and it turns a little cooler for Sunday. So no major storms, but we do have these, well, I wouldn't necessarily call them all minor weather systems, but they're not going to be too problematic outside of those areas that are in severe weather risk. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. 631-756-1125 is the phone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. The Joe and Joe Weather Show is back tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, so we hope to see you then. That's again at 7:30 Eastern Time.